WSTKS-FM Worldwide. Digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Week 4 of the Collaborative Café, a podcast to help students like you navigate IAH 209 Film Noir with greater success. My name is Professor Schwartz, and in today's program, let's talk about how you and your teammates can foster an inclusive learning team dynamic. So, fix a mug of your favorite hot beverage, pull up a chair, and join me for a quick look at how to do that. Are you ready? Here we go. Step 1, realize that everyone on your learning team brings something valuable to the collaborative table. We all have unique talents, abilities, and points of view based on our respective experiences, all of which we can contribute to the weekly discussion and projects that are part of the course. So it's essential that everyone on the team feels visible, heard, and respected. With that aim in mind, it's best to silence and put away the various digital gadgets that we carry with us in 2024, give each other your undivided attention for a few moments, and listen without interruption until it's your turn to share. Not only might your team learn something new, but practicing the basics of civil discourse might also yield interesting ideas for your team to explore and develop further. Second, work together to foster a supportive and inviting team space for inquiry, exploration, and discussion of course materials and related thinking each week. No person is an island, as the saying goes. And that's also true of the people who make up your student learning team. You are neither islands nor isolated from each other in silos. Rather, you provide a learning community for each other in which you explore course materials, help each other develop your respective ideas, and work together to create 3 collaborative projects during the course. To put it another way, you are teaching and learning from each other, a type of active learning in which students occupy the driver's seat. To more easily attain that goal, keep in regular touch with each other, pick up any slack, and help each other complete both independent and collaborative tasks related to IAH 209 Film Noir. What's the third way to cultivate an inclusive learning team dynamic? Take care to enable and empower each other by not only keeping on top of the tasks and assignments laid out in the weekly online modules, but refer as well to and make routine use of the various tools found in the Collaborative Toolbox folder on D2L, along the left side of your course content screen. Within the folder, you will find various infographics, templates, and worksheets that your team can use to analyze course readings, navigate your work together each week, manage the development of your team projects, and problem solve in a methodical, thoughtful way. On a related note, Step 4, be sure to involve all members of your learning team in the decision-making process each week. That includes reaching out to each other ahead of time to determine which movie and which related reading all of you will select ahead of team discussion for the week so that everyone is prepared and talking about the same thing. You also want to be sure that all members of your team are involved in the many little decisions that go into the 3 collaborative projects. It's no good complaining after the fact if you have disappeared without a trace for 2 or 3 weeks with no word to the rest of your team, leaving everyone else to move forward without input from you. Avoid putting your teammates and yourself in that position by playing a consistent and conscientious role in all team decision-making. The 5th step your team can take to cultivate an inclusive dynamic is to provide consistent support to each other throughout the course. If you notice that a member of your team is struggling, offer assistance and help that person complete the task at hand. For the duration of IAH 209 Film Noir, you are a learning team. And while every person plays a specific position on the metaphoric field of the course, a major part of teamwork involves assisting each other whenever and wherever necessary. You do not want to be the person who inconveniences your teammates by dropping in and out of weekly collaborative activities at whim, ignoring team communications, or tuning out once you finish your particular task. Avoid situations like these by cultivating a mutually supportive network throughout your work together. Remember, as the saying goes, there is no I in team. And finally, have some fun with each other now and then, something that contributes in no small degree to building team rapport. Recognize and acknowledge solid team performance when you carry out an especially productive work session or one of your collaborative projects earns a high grade. Take a few minutes to relax together, socialize a bit, and acknowledge your team's high degree of cohesion and hard work. By the same token, articulate concrete ways to improve your collaborative performance in the unlikely event that the team stumbles at any point. The occasional skinned knee is a normal part of the learning process after all, but if you make a mistake, learn from the experience and avoid repeating the error again. WSTKS-FM Worldwide, digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. If you find this podcast helpful, be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe. And that will almost do it for today's program, everyone. Before we wrap up, let's quickly review the 6 steps your learning team can take to cultivate a more inclusive internal dynamic. 1. Realize that everyone on the team brings something valuable to the collaborative table. 2. Foster a supportive and inviting team space for inquiry, exploration, and discussion of course materials and related ideas. 3. Enable and empower yourselves with routine referral to the weekly course modules and various tools gathered on D2L. 4. Involve all team members in the decision-making process. 5. Provide consistent support to each other throughout the course. And 6. Have a little fun together, recognize and acknowledge solid performance. But take care to identify any mistakes made along the way and determine how best to avoid them moving ahead. And with that, we come to the end of today's program. Enable and empower yourselves by joining me again in the Collaborative Café for additional tips, tricks, and advice based on my almost 30 years of collaboration with thousands of undergraduates at 3 Big Ten universities, 2 liberal arts schools, and 2 community colleges across the upper Midwest of the United States. In the meantime, thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in class, online, or during Zoom office hours if you drop by with a question. Until then, stay healthy, have a safe and a productive week. With special regards, from Onyx, the cat what am. So long, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now. You've just heard a podcast from WSTKS-FM Worldwide, digital collaborative learning for the 21st century.